I woke up to the highlights, daily Woocast on my screen. Sam Woo in the studio, dropping takes that are so clean. From MLB replays to NBA nights, NFL and college football, NHL fights. He's breaking it all down, no fluff, just straight inside. Who are you? Who are you? I really wanna know who's got the hottest takes. Who are you? It's Sam Woo on the Daily Woocast. Goal or no goal, he's got the call. Devils, Giants, Knicks, and all big sports week ahead. He's live from the mobile studios every day. Whistle that tune while you drink your beer. Sam Woo's Daily Woocast got the remedy. Hot takes, cold facts, no debate. This is the Woo you've been waiting for, mate. Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? I really wanna know who's got the daily sports truth. Who are you? It's Sam Woo on the Daily Woocast.
Oh, yeah. Episode 2. This is the Daily Woo, coming to you live from an undisclosed location in beautiful New Jersey from the Primetime Radio Studios Mobile Command Center, as we're streaming live on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, X Live, Twitch, and now on Instagram Live on the Let's Go Devils Network and the Primetime Radio Network. The Midday Podcast, Daily Woocast, debuted last Friday. I'm your host, Sam Woo, talking all things sports. We've got playoffs, NBA, NHL. We've got Major League Baseball going on. We've got all sorts of stuff. I see Meadowlander says, howdy, Sam. Ted says, the Mets got a W. Wimpy says he's here for the theme song. Wimpy. I got to talk to you, Wimpy, about that Mets game. I don't think it's going to happen. And I'll tell you offline. I'm going to be pretty busy in the month of June. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. Ted says Mrs. Woo greenlighted the Daily Woocast. She did. Wimpy says his lunch has been interrupted. What the woo, man? Ha ha ha. Select a boy. Hello. I got a message from Dubzilla saying that he's listening on the plane right now. Is that even possible? He says, Sam, what a great job you're doing. I'm checking in from 40,000 feet. The Woocast is now international now. Oh, and by the way, the Mets need to change their manager. Thank you, Dubzilla. Can you believe this? Can you believe this? That we're all so, like, the spirit of technology. I'm in the car right now, and it's supposed to be my lunch break, but I decided, you know what? You know, with my new schedule, I figured to do the morning woo and an added bonus of the Daily Woocast. There's only one Woocast. Plenty of podcasts, but only one Woocast. But let's get right at it. Let's talk some hockey. Because last night, the Minnesota Wild, they were down, 3-0? 4-0? I forgot what it was. But they were getting shut out, blown out, thinking Colorado's going to win game 1. But then the Minnesota Wild came back, and then scored a shorthanded goal. The Wild to take a 5-4 lead. And you could see the faces of the Colorado Avalanche, their coaching staff, in the middle of the second period. And you knew they were kind of like, all right, hold my beer. We're going to kick in gear in the third period. 9-6 victory. The Colorado Avalanche over the Minnesota Wild. Scott Wedgwood, shaky there. Good enough to get the win. We shall see what's going to happen. Also, we're also going to talk about today's topic as well for you Devils fans about, will the Devils win the NHL lottery? Obviously, they can't be number one, but they can be number two. That's the highest that they can go. And also, congratulations to the Montreal Canadiens fans and the Montreal Canadiens beating Tampa in Tampa, the Tampa Bay Lightning. Only mustering up, 9 shots on goal? It's kind of funny. I saw a meme out there. 9 shots on goal, you win, and 9 goals, you win. I thought that was pretty funny. It was a golf meme between, I think, Tiger Woods and John Daly. I'm not sure. I'll try to put it out there sometime later. But some good NHL action. And you know what? I love the first round. Now that the first round is concluded in the NHL, because it were like that's like your March Madness of hockey, where you've got all these games on TV, and you're watching all this hockey, and it's a little sad because as the rounds come, now you're in the semifinals in both conferences. You're kind of like, well, I kind of miss having 3 or 4 playoff games a day. But then it gets less and less and less as you get to the Eastern and Western Conference Finals, and obviously the Stanley Cup. There's days in between games, and it's just a long, dragged-out process. But out of all the 4 major professional sports in North America, it's ice hockey. It's the most grueling, obviously. Anthony LaPena says, good afternoon, Sam. Real big hello from your friend Tori. She wanted me to say that for her. Yeah, so let me ask you this, because since we got Tori, the big New Jersey Devils fan, want to ask you folks, where will the Devils rank after the draft lottery? AJ Visco says, if we win the second pick, because I think that's the highest pick I think we could do, package that for Nemec to Minnesota for Quinn, first round pick, draws Timo for McJesus. Connor McDavid. Good point. I mean, this draft lottery is important. Odds are that the Devils will be around the number 11 seed, 11 spot in the draft. The Rangers probably going to rank the top 5 since they've had a bad season. The Islanders, they'll probably rank 14 or 15. But, it should be interesting. It should be really interesting where they rank, because obviously if you win that lottery, if you're Sonny Maeda, you're retooling a team. You're not really rebuilding a team. Do you rebuild through the draft? No, I think the Devils are retooling right now. So, again, we'll have it covered. NHL draft lottery tomorrow, and I'll be doing a Woo report on the Let's Go Devils podcast network, the aftermath, where the Devils would rank in the seeding for that draft. And there were some great ideas last night on the Let's Go Devils podcast that Scotty and Beer Baron were talking about, like alternative ways to prevent tanking. And I think that's very important. I think that's very, very, very important. So we should see. Ted says, I'm at a gas station. I guess you've kind of figured out part of my location because where my camera is. But this is the best spot to get internet signal. So, being here at the mobile command center, you can move to places where you got the best spots so you can have the best stream. And you the fans, deserve that. Now, obviously, the playoffs continue. NBA, the Knicks, 76ers. If you're into basketball, this is a good series, a great series. If you're not into basketball, I suggest you, I'm not saying get into basketball, but I think the series itself is going to be brutal. I think we're going to see physicality in basketball in the playoffs. I know the game of basketball has changed quite a bit. The regular season is just kind of a joke in the NBA. But, well, I will say that this is a turnpike rivalry. There's going to be a lot of turnpike trash talking between the Knicks, the New York Knickerbockers, and the 76ers of Philadelphia. Game 1 starts tonight at Madison Square Garden. This is going to be a long series. It's going to be a drawn-out series. For all those that are haters of the Harris Blitz Sports Entertainment Group, you probably don't want the 76ers to win. But those that, from Philadelphia, look, anytime you have a New York versus Philadelphia or Philadelphia versus New York rivalry, I mean, we could talk about this all day long. You talk about the NFL, the Giants-Eagles, that rivalry. You talk about the New York Metropolitans, the Mets. We'll talk about them in a second. And the Philadelphia Phillies, that rivalry. And obviously, you've got the New Jersey Devils and Philadelphia Flyers, or the New York Rangers or Islanders and the Philadelphia Flyers. There is long history, bad blood between the two cities. And the daily Woocast, we are covering it all because I love to see a lot of shenanigans. Also in the playoffs are the Philadelphia Flyers. Could they steal one from Carolina? I want to know. Can the Philadelphia Flyers steal one from Carolina? We shall see. And I don't know, folks. I think the Flyers are a good team. They were not mentally prepared or emotionally prepared and even prepared for play Carolina because they just beat their biggest rival, the interstate rival between the Pittsburgh Penguins and the Philadelphia Flyers. But I like what Danny Briere has done to the franchise. Rick Tocchet is showing you he's a great coach. And, he had success, moderate success in Vancouver. But as soon as he left Vancouver, Vancouver fell apart. And that's to be noted. Now Quinn Hughes with the Minnesota Wild. Quinn Hughes, and I don't buy into this notion, Quinn, if he wins a cup, he may come to New Jersey, he may not, or I want Quinn to lose so he could come to New Jersey. I don't think that has any bearing on anything. Unless, of course, they just missed it and he wanted to come back for one more year, which he still has one more year on his 7-year contract that he signed a while ago with Vancouver. I honestly think that has no bearing on anything. I think Jack and Luke are on the East Coast. I also think that his girlfriend, his rumored girlfriend, a model from the Philadelphia area. Now, you got to watch out for those Flyers if they're going to come in trying to poach because Rick Tocchet's coach, Quinn Hughes, maybe there's something there. Philadelphia tried to no avail, but just saying, be careful what you wish for. But Carolina is what Wimby says seems to be locked in. Even Freddie is standing tall right now. Freddie Anderson showing up in the playoffs. What a great goaltending performance he has done. And also, last night's game between Montreal and Tampa, that was a great game as well. Just seeing Tampa Bay's defense, but still it wasn't enough. A lucky goal. But Montreal created their luck. Tampa was blocking shots, but the one shot that they didn't block went in. It went off the back of Andrei Vasilevsky. So I'll tell you, keep watching the playoffs. Keep this thing going. Baseball, Yankees are still winning. They're crushing the Orioles. I get it. You know, the Orioles got Pete Alonso, but they're crushing the Orioles. The Mets finally won the game, 5-1. And they finally put it together. Carson Bench with some great defensive plays in the outfield for the Metropolitans. Pretty impressive. Phillies lost yesterday. Maybe their little streak is over. I don't know, but we shall see. All right, going to get out of here. Had a little bit late start to the morning woo, but, I got to get back to the office. But I want to say thank you to everybody. We're going to have more podcasts tomorrow, the morning woo and daily Woocast. Morning woo is going to be at 5 a.m. Eastern. Daily Woocast is going to be around noontime. Again, sometimes it takes time to set up in the mobile command center, but all is good. I think the stream is working. I think everything is good. Melander says the recent staff moves were not firing. I think he's talking about the New Jersey Devils letting go Dan McKinnon and Chuck Fletcher. They were renewal of contracts. Do you know when these contracts are up? Find out. We'll find out. But going to get it out of here. Thank you for making me part of your day as I'm going to hit the music. That's right. Got to get back to work, folks. I wish I could do this all day. Sit in the mobile command center. So thank you to all those tuning in. I'll try to get the podcast up in the next 20 minutes. No guarantees, as I got to drive back. I got to be back on time. Got to stop playing hooky. Anyway. All right. Out of here. Thank you. Thank you to everybody tuning in. We're building something cool here. So you have a great rest of the day. Till next time, this is the Daily Woocast. See you around.
Sam Woo on the Daily Woocast. Goal or no goal, he's got the call. Devils, Giants, Knicks, and all big sports week ahead. He's live from the mobile studios every day. Whistle that tune while you drink your beer. Sam Woo's Daily Woocast got the remedy. Hot